Welcome to a very special Thursday night edition of Taking It to the Nub. I'm your host, Boston Jimmie. This is my co-host, Quinton Brown. And we got something. You know who we got on tonight, Quinton? You know what this is all about yet?
I heard through the grapevine, but I'm gonna let you tell the rest of the folks.
All right, because I haven't really let everything out. But tonight we have an Stogie Press exclusive with Jessi Flores. Those of you that know Jessi know about his art and what he's doing. He has taken his art in this show. We're going to talk about this to a whole new level. And when you see what he's doing, you're going to want in on this. Anybody that's watching, you're going to want to be part of what's going on with Jessi Flores. If you love Jessi Flores and you love what he does for art, you're going to get blown away. I mean, I previewed what's going on, and I'm going to tell you what, my head's exploded already. It's just ready to go. So let's bring Jessi in and get this show rolling. Jessi, how are you?
Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome.
Good. Well, before we get into all the details, what's everybody smoking tonight? This is it's going to be a relaxing Thursday. I need a nice relaxing hour. I had a rough day at work. So let's talk about cigars. I'm smoking the latest drop of the Boston Jimmie. Boom, boom. There it is.
I'm jealous.
You'll get one. Stop. Might get 2 or 3.
Hey,
What are you smoking, Jessi?
Art of Magic. Since I got a little quantity from the first batch, I reserved my own little stash. Got to keep it, representing Art of Magic. There's all the design stuff that I've been doing lately for Rockefeller Cigars. Shout out to Kevin Gold. What's up, buddy? Allison up in Texas.
You did an awesome job on that. I've heard nothing but the best compliments on that design.
Thank you. I really took forward a lot of pleasure and gratitude. The freedom, that Kevin gave me to design something very cool. And this was something that I really wanted to make it, lightweight, the graphics, the embossing, so stuff like this, I don't know. I hadn't seen it before. So I really took my time and dedication and passion, all the stuff that I learned in 20 years in marketing. I was like, all right, let me whip out the deck of cards on this one. Yeah. And the name of it is called Cardition, which is, as a magician, you're called Cardition. So it was something really cool. And then Juan Jose Hernandez, the master blender, the roller of the cigar, he really took time and like, yo, my factory is your factory. You do what you got to do and represent, Esteli, Nicaragua. So
now you didn't have anything to do with this, did you?
No. That's cool though. I like that.
That was what he made for the Underground Cigar Lounge NFG 22, and he raffled off like a 1910 Colt revolver. It's like Kevin's gone to new levels himself.
Yeah, true. I like that. Yeah, Kevin's not holding no bars down. He's being out there. He's traveling. He's getting to be up in the lounges and stuff. The one-on-ones, because that's what really makes the cigar community relationship bounce. People want to know the energy of like who's this brand, who's behind the scene.
So Quinton, what are you smoking tonight?
I went into the old deck of cards as we're talking about tonight, and I pulled out the Isla del Sol by Drew Estate.
Nice. There you go. All right, going back old school with that. And anybody pairing it with anything? Because I definitely needed a glass of wine. I've been like completely like, I'm not going to say alcohol free, but I've tremendously reduced it along with all my weight that went down. If you notice, I'm down like 34 pounds. Shea Boloto, this is a Cabernet Sauvignon from Argentina. So cheers. Anybody else pairing?
What year is it?
2022.
Nice.
I'm pairing mine with a special edition
Oh,
Coca-Cola.
2020. I'm sorry, 2020. I'm sorry, Quinn. 2020.
Mine is a 2022 vintage Coca-Cola.
All right. So since we announced this, and I've been building a little buzz, as has Jessi and others, I'm not. We're not here to talk about Jessi's background story. You want to see all of that? You can go on and take it to the nub shows we've done with Jessi. You can watch other shows about Jessi. But tonight, this is an Stogie Press exclusive announcement. This is huge, okay? And when I say huge, I'm going to let Jessi introduce what's going on, and then I'm going to open up some of the information about it on my screen I'll share. So just start with the basics, Jessi, and then we'll get into the details.
Okay, guys. So everybody knows where I'm from, and everybody knows what I've done in the cigar industry. But a lot of stuff that I've been doing in the recent years has brought to my attention as an artist. I'm a bit of perfectionist and meticulous person. Now that I'm working home and I'm seeing my kids grow. So I started doing my research a few months ago about what was going on and trending and stuff like that. And as an artist, I wanted to go to a different level, different route. So what I did was moved into the avenue of crypto art and NFT art. So tonight, the main bomb of the story is that Jessi Flores is introducing NFT community artwork for the cigar industry exclusively. So what it means is now the cigar industry is able to purchase artwork and resell it, and everybody that purchases the artwork will be able to make money on it, not just the artist. It used to be that if I made a painting, only Bob could take that home. Only Bob could see that artwork, and everybody that would go to Bob's house. In this avenue adventure, what I've kind of found out in my research, I studied probably, like I went back into university, like when you're going to school, you really got to focus and study everything that you're going to do. So I finally, got to the details. I'm ready. I got the page up. The page is called, it's on OpenSea.io, Drip Art Academy. So people that are interested in purchasing the artwork, they'll see a small collection of different variety of artwork that's being displayed there. Cigar art, ones that I call Mega Guardians, which is something that I'm developing still, which it's the eagle representing, boldness and freedom. And some of the items that are there are also folklorical artwork that I've been focusing on through my experiences here living in Nicaragua. While you're seeing there is something very multicultural in the aspect of artwork. From my perspective, it's a whole different avenue of something that I've been doing in the past and I've been doing in the present, and something that I want to be doing in the future. Now, starting off with today, it's what we call minting. Minting is when it's ready for people to purchase online. Now, the way that it's purchased on is through cryptocurrencies, Ethereum. The people that don't know what Ethereum is, it's a crypto currency, one of them, because there's so many, there's probably like 30, 50 different ones. Now, what's very cool about what I'm doing here is that once you purchase it and you could resell it, you get also a commission for selling it. So like, let's say I sell it to Ted. Ted sells it 13 times. Ted is going to make money 13 times on it, just the way that I made 13 times. So everything is stored on the blockchain. The people that don't know what blockchain is, it's a format of crypto wallets and crypto pyramid. So everything that you want on, let's say everything is recorded. So let's say if I sold something to somebody else, it's always going to be recorded. There's no way to edit it. So if, let's say my friend James in California sells something to John Doe in San Francisco, and then he comes around and sells it to somebody in Hawaii or in Japan, it stays recorded how many times it's been sold So the value of it keeps going up. So the person that sold it makes money also. So it's not just the artist. The person that's holding it is gaining value on the artwork. So it's very a lucrative thing that's very cool.
So let me stop you there for 1 second. So you've done a lot of research on this, and you and I spoke about this a number of times prior to this show. So I had some insight into what was going on. What you're saying is that if I buy the art, right, you make money from me because you first one put it out there. I'm the first one to buy it. Now, if I sell that piece to Quinton, okay, you get money and I get money.
Correct.
And Quinton sells that art to Jonathan Drew. Quinton gets money, I get money, and you get money. And it keeps going up the chain, and everybody shares in that flow down of money.
Yep, that's how it works in the blockchain world. Now, what's really cool is that I had to restudy marketing. So, the marketing that I knew was one-on-one, going to lounges and meeting people and traveling. During the pandemic, a lot of people went online and started doing, online marketing, which totally changed the atmosphere, how to present and sell your brand or your business. So in this business venture, I started looking at the way of, okay, how can I promote my artwork in this lucrative world of millions of artists? There's some artists that are just, putting up crap on the blockchain, and people are still buying it. There's a girl in New York that she sold to an Amsterdam hotel $2.2 million worth of artwork, and she became a millionaire overnight. And it was, something that came out on Time and also on CNN, because she was very famous in New York. I forget her name, but she she turned heads. And then there was another story of Tristan Eaton. He's from California, and he's been around in the art scene and selling artwork. And it's turned out that a lot of artists are moving in this venture instead of going to gallerias, because let's say right now people are having NFT gallerias in a virtual world. And what really stands out of everything, it's like it's yours. You could take it whenever you want. If you want to have multiple displays in your house, you could have your NFTs displayed, digital art displayed in your house through screens. And some are virtual. Some are 3D, and some are just still art. So there's a variety of things that, on my page right now, I have 52 items. There's some guys that put out 1,000, 3,000, 5,000 different types of artwork pieces, but it's all, one generic item, and they're just changing the volume and the content and stuff like that. But for me, I would prefer to do original artwork. That way, people that holding down the artwork hold more value to it, instead of like, oh yeah, this is something repetitive that somebody already else had. But it's all about bringing value to, as art collectors, as everybody, you love art, you have different artworks behind you that, everybody likes to collect, toys, clothes, shoes, artwork. And, in the brightness of the NFT world, you could take your artwork and actually sell it wherever you go. And then what is more interesting for me as an artist, the opportunity to help another brother out, as they say, in the community, in the cigar community, because this is something for us, the cigar guys. If you have a piece of artwork, from a Jessi Flores original, I put out 50 limited pieces, 20 limited pieces, one piece. So the range of limitation of how much I reproduced it, or I control the limit, is the value that it's worth. So let's say I put something that's 2 ether, would be $640. Let's say you resell it at $2,000, $3,000, and then that keeps going up and keeps going up. So it's not always going to be the same percentage amount that you make.
Okay.
You feel me?
So let's go through. Let's decompose this a little more for everybody. I'm gonna go back and share the screen. Okay, so this piece right here, King Williams the Conqueror. First question I would have is, I buy this. What keeps somebody from cropping this and taking it for themselves? I mean, how does what happens in that case?
In
And if
that
I
case,
see this show up somewhere else, what happens?
well, I already have, it's already encrypted in the blockchain. So there's no way for them to make uh, a duplicate of it because it's already there. I was the first one. So it's already registered
If I
in,
could do this,
yeah,
right? And
yep.
and I can crop that. So
Mhm.
somebody does, if I own this and somebody does that,
Yeah, they'll take a copy.
do I have
But
copyrights if that shows up somewhere else?
yeah, you have, if you purchased it after I sold it, you have the rights to make a demand. It's like, hey, you can't use that. That's my property.
Right. Now
And
this
now,
particular
now
piece,
mhm.
which is absolutely beautiful, along with some of the other eagles you have. So when I go in here and I look at this, it says current price. So is that number correct? 33, almost $33,000 right now?
Yes, sir. Now the price, it depends on the type of quality of artwork. Like, let's say you have scribbles, sketches, somebody will probably sell it for $10, $20. But being something, I'm like a veteran in the art scene. This is something that's worth to somebody that knows about art and skills and techniques. Because if you look very closely, there's a lot of details into uh, the eagles that which I'm calling them meta guardians, the collection of these eagles. So there's a lot of detail into the artwork, so people can really value it as like, oh yeah, my 2-year-old can draw that. And I was like, hell no, ain't nobody drawing that, that easy. These takes weeks and months to prepare. So each one is very delicate artwork in the art form. And
Now,
there's
well, I was going to say that, so if I buy this, can I take that and go out? Do I have the ability to digital print that in high definition quality to hang on my wall? Is it only available in digital form where I have to have a digital?
No, you could print it out. There's some artwork that I have from the cigar collection. Uh, I have the physical. So if there's a possibility that I also put on notes, if you want to purchase the physical, I can also sell you not only the NFT but also the physical artwork,
But
which is
can I
priced.
print out, if I buy it, can I have the rights to
Yeah,
print that out?
yeah,
Okay.
you could print it out and you
And
could
then if I sell it to Quinton, if I sell the NFT to Quinton, he has the rights to print it out?
yeah, yeah. There's a gentleman that bought one of these collections that's called Ape something. I forget the name, but one dude took it to the next level and put his NFT ape and marketed it into his restaurant. So you can see it on the fries, you can see it on the Coke, you can see it on the hamburger, a sticker on the bag, and he's making shirts. So it's literally a free merchandise type of thing. You're buying the rights to make your artwork and be it seen in your own business or your home.
Now, if you want to buy this, you need to have
You need to have a digital wallet. Now,
oh,
the digital wallet
explain that.
is to hold cryptocurrency, which the applications you could buy $100 worth of whatever it is that you want to invest, or if you have a bank in the US, you could, some banks are already working with cryptocurrency. So you purchase, cryptocurrency to whatever the amount is right now, and you have it in your account. And then you get online, you open up Ethereum or whichever digital wallet that you want to have.
I have a Coinbase. I have a Coinbase wallet.
Coinbase works very well.
So I have Ethereum in my Coinbase wallet. How do I go to this site and transfer my Coinbase Ethereum into this to buy it? That's
Well, you get on the site, and then you purchase, and then from that purchase, it notifies me that the item has been sold. So now you're transferring your I would say your cryptocurrency to my account, and then I would send you the file, and then you're the proud owner of that file, and it's registered that there's a hard copy wallet, like let's say a digital contract that says this now belongs to Jimmie.
So I go here and I say buy now.
Correct.
If I was to click that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. So it gives me a Coinbase. So I can connect to my Coinbase wallet, and that okay, and that transfers. So right now you can use MetaMask, Coinbase, Wallet Connect, and Fortmatic anymore. Oh yeah, a whole bunch of okay.
Yeah. It gives you a whole opportunity of like to move your currency around and what you have, because certain banks work in different currencies.
And what is your so these are all priced in Ethereum. So this is based on the current Ethereum value at this current moment, and we know crypto changes instantaneously throughout the day, 24 hours a day.
Yeah, like yesterday, 0.2 was 500. Like a week ago, it was like 500 and something, and today it's 634.
Okay.
So it's going up.
And now, down here, these times 20 times 50. This is how many are available.
Yeah. So 50 people from around the world are available to hold it. So it's a very limited edition type of artwork. It's not like it's released to everybody. That can just buy, hundreds of them. They're limited editions. Like the Baron Munchausen, there's only I think one.
There's one.
So that's why the price is so up there, but you're able to collect and nobody else has.
This is badass. I mean, these eagles are badass, Jessi. This is above and beyond anything I've seen from you.
Thanks, dude. I'm currently designing 20. These are the first 3 that are being, pushed out in the pre-release.
So
now,
this one I like because he's got a lit cigar in his pocket near his gun. I love
that. This is Admiral Breeze.
Admiral Breeze.
Yeah, and each one I concocted a story, so each one has a different type of background and character. Because it'd be much easier if I just produce something and just put it out there, for everybody to look at it. So I made it more intriguing to have a story behind each one instead of like NFT 1, NFT 2, NFT 3. It just didn't sound right. Now, the reason why I wanted to do this interview with you was so you people in the cigar community could help this page be very successful in the cigar culture. The reason why, for certain artists, they have a whole team making and building a marketing team, an online team, a social media team, and it's just me. I'm just doing everything myself. And I learned that if I have 10,000 followers, I get a blue check mark from Twitter and also OpenSea, which ranges me up there with the rest of the guys that are selling in the millions of.
So walk through that. So I'm in OpenSea. I just went to the site. So how do I follow you here?
Well, on the Twitter.
How does OpenSea know that I'm following you?
OpenSea is just an open page, but once you make a purchase is when OpenSea notices that there's activity on the page.
Okay.
You feel me?
So you need 10,000
So once you
to make a purchase?
no, you can. What I need is people on Twitter to get to start following me so I can get a blue check, and then they transfer it to OpenSea
Oh, I
because they're
see.
all connected now.
I see. So Twitter, not Instagram or Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah, it's mostly Twitter.
Okay, so you got to go to. So what is your current handle on Twitter?
I am Jessi Flores.
I am Jessi Flores on Twitter. So
Yep.
you'll go out to Twitter and you follow I am Jessi Flores on Twitter. And we try to build Jessi up to 10,000 followers. And he'll get validated with a blue check mark. And then that transfers over to this. And
yeah, they give me the access to be like when you do a Google search, you'll have the top ranking blue check marks. Because I did my investigation. I was like, okay, how can I get up there? I was like, I don't have a whole team of 8-10 nerds with me. It's just, Jessi and oh yeah, Jessi. So what I'm trying to do is getting as many people to start following me so I can get that verification. Once I get verified, it's more easier for me to get known in the world. But, I talked to one of the guys, an influencer that has an NFT thing going on. And he was like, well, if you already have a strong following from what your industry, what you do is just get everybody to start following you, and you literally have a bunch of followers on your Twitter and Instagram because you got like 9,000. He was like, man, you know how hard it is to get up there. You already have the numbers. Just convert your followers into your Twitter followers. And I was like, okay, hey, thanks, Quinton, for following me. That's cool.
So let me ask you this question. Let me come back and share the screen again. It's always interesting. So some of these have no prices. So I come to this one, Nika 21. Mm-hmm. So this one says make an offer. So there are 20 that are owned by you right now. And if I came in here and made an offer, okay, then you accept my offer, and then I own one of those. That's how that works.
Yep. And then we start communicating, and I send you the file to a private document, private email. Sorry.
Yeah. So now that's a good segue into this. So how does one get possession of the NFT? So once I purchase,
I email you. Now, once you purchase, this is something that you have to purchase on Amazon. It's a crypto ledger. This is very important for people that are holding cryptocurrencies and NFT designs. So what this holds is it's a digital USB that holds cryptocurrency and your NFT. With this, you don't have to have it online, and you could take this with you anywhere around the world. And now this you could put on your ATM, your bank account, and you could transfer your cryptocurrency to your account anywhere around the world. Let's say you're traveling in Spain and you're like, babe, I got a couple of thousand Ethereum, and I want to change it into euros. So online, you click on to transfer to your ATM, and then you send money to yourself.
Now, how much does that device cost?
Probably like $60, $50. You can find it on Amazon. There's cheaper ones, but I found this one to be having a lot of good ratings.
So don't lose that. If you buy it, don't lose it.
No. This has to be, stored away, and it's called Ledger Nano S. So this is really gives you the upper hand to give you the opportunity to storage safely from, there's always hacking going around on the internet. So you got to have, secure ways to hold your artwork and your cryptocurrency.
So I'm going to hand it to Quinton. Quinton, you must have questions after listening to this for about a half hour. So fire away.
My mind is blown, Jimmie, to be honest.
I told you're going to blow your mind tonight.
Obviously, one of my big questions for you, Jessi, is obviously us in the cigar community, we know who Jessi Flores is. What are you doing for someone who is interested in maybe buying your artwork as an NFT, right? But let's just say we all know that in the cryptocurrency world that there's a lot of fraud and different things else that goes on like that. What would keep someone that doesn't know Jessi Flores that says, you know what, I'm interested in buying this NFT, but how do I know that this guy is really going to send me my file? Because I think the way that is broken down is that I would pay you in crypto. You accept my offer. So who's to say that if someone is skeptical of Jessi Flores, what is preventing someone to say, well, how do I know I'm just not sending this cryptocurrency to the dark web and somebody's not going to send me my file? What protections are out there for someone that may be interested in buying, but they don't necessarily know you, Jessi Flores, as me and Jimmie do?
Well, it's one of those things that in this business you have to be very transparent. It's very risky. A lot of people have been conned and scammed.
Right.
That's why they need the blue check mark verification. That way,
Gotcha.
people are purchasing artwork. There's like, okay, this is a very serious business, and these guys are taking a very serious note that when something's purchased, it will be sent out to the purchaser. I've been reviewing a lot of people. There's been mistakes. People have made, a decimal equation wrong, and they send wrong the money to another person, or some guy received $100 of something that was like 200,000. So there's mistakes being made, but in this business, I think that transparency, if you want to have in any business, you have to be very transparent and very, have a lot of values and valor, to, move forward with your transaction. Because there's no banking system involved. So that's what's pretty cool. Because in my situation from Nicaragua, I live in a communist country, so this is one of the reasons I prefer to do crypto art, because the banking system here in Nicaragua only lets you wire transfer a few $1,000s a month. After that, you have to declare where it's coming from, who sent it, why they send it. They give you this whole rundown, and they can actually freeze your account here. So I was like, okay, I don't want to deal with Nicaraguan banking. I'd rather deal with international banking and use something that's going to be more transparent, and I don't have to pay taxes to somebody, the government, and they haven't even done anything to help me out. I'm doing everything myself, the research, the working, putting on the man hours, and buying the equipment and stuff like that. So for me, the crypto art is a way to explore different avenues with different people around the world that are interested in cigar art. And, from my years of experience, there's probably, I would say, about 200,000 cigar smokers around the world, probably even more now. But, from my experience from the trade shows in Germany and Dortmund, I looked at, from the Europeans to the Japanese, to the Canadians, to the Americans, in South America, there's a lot of smokers. So I'm betting on this being a very high-end business for myself, and proceeds of the artwork that I'm going to be selling will go to take care of my daughter Stephanie, because we were talking about with Boss Jimmie earlier, and it's like she gives me the energy to keep going. So for me, as a father, I'm looking for different trend-setting, money-making businesses that can be flourishable for not only my family, but also for her healthcare. So for me, as an artist, this is a very lucrative and very detailed business.
So
That's awesome.
So a couple of audience questions. First of all, let me quick share this again so everybody gets it again. Chris Duque, you all know Chris.
808.
All right, so here's the answer to the question. This is the URL at the top here. It's https://opensea.io/drip Art Academy. Drip Art Academy is all one word. That's where you can go and see all of Jessi's art, digital art, DFTs that are available. The other question that came in was, how many followers do you currently have on Twitter?
Probably like 500, but
500. All right.
about 500.
We got it.
Yeah, I got to do some hard marketing, but I didn't want to like come out and like tell everybody, like, hey, you know, it's me, Jessi Flores. Can you please follow me? I'd rather give a tutorial about what's going on and giving a full blown interview of my new mission, my new guidelines, my new, you know, entrepreneurship business that I'm taking wholeheartedly. I was like, okay, I had to go back, you know, study what I'm doing right now, because a lot of people is like probably haven't even heard of NFT or heard of it, and there's like, oh yeah, it's a scam. It's like, no, it's not a scam. There's you know, young kids that are making money. I'm 46 years old, and I read about a 12-year-old sell her art collection in less than 24 hours, and she made enough money to pay her university and tuition, and that's amazing, you know, for a young kid. You know, but she had guidance of her father and her aunt guiding her through marketing. And then with all the knowledge that I have in marketing, I was like, man, I could do this myself. I just need to learn, you know, and get down to the details and knick knack paddywhack, you know, all the information correctly. Because I was like, what is cryptocurrency? What is blockchain? But you know, once you start learning about it, you're like, you know, I was telling Chris Duke about it, and he, you know, he was getting enthusiastic about it because he has his own, you know, collection, you know, memorabilia, this stuff. And I was like, hey, if you own something and you want to sell it nowadays, you could actually just turn, you know, like a famous thing that just happened. You know, everybody knows about Will Smith smacking what's this guy named Chris Rock? Yeah. Somebody turned a meme into an NFT and made $400,000 out of a meme NFT. It just came out on
amazing. And as Earl Serene says, a brave new world we're living in, without a doubt. Stacy Cobb Haynes says, wow, so impressed with my bro around the world, Jessi.
I figured if you know, during the pandemic, if I can't go to sell my art, at least my art can go to people. Because for me, when you know, everybody knows I worked at Drew Estate. For me, it was always making people happy. So I'm gonna keep doing that. You know, making giving me, you know, because you know, you take things for granted sometimes in life, and I was like, I gotta move forward and break down walls to make things happen for her. You know, and I just can't depend on GoFundMe and selling stuff on the side. I really have to make a business flourish that people can also make money out of, you know. So if I'm making money, you're going to make money, the next brother makes money, or the sister makes money, and it's just going to keep going. You know, it's like if I can sell one of my NFTs to a brother in Georgia, and he sells it to another friend, and I was like, oh man, it's a money making business. You know, it's not just about cigars. It's about everybody making their share of wealth. You know, sharing, you know, is caring, as they say. Because, you know, the one thing that a lot of people say is like, hey, everybody wants something free, but hey, what if I can provide a service and you make money out of it too? Who doesn't want to do that? So it's a little bit of research to get the crypto and doing the Nano ledger, and it's really something intricate because everybody has a business mentality. Everybody in the cigar industry has comes from different. I've met Supreme Court judges. I've met police officers, firefighters, cigar news guys. I've met entrepreneurs, cigar lounge owners. Everybody has their own business. You know, if somebody can come and say, hey, I want to buy 10 of these art pieces and I want to sell them in my shop. I want to buy one for my friend as a gift. And then, you know, or I want to buy this artwork and sell it to a friend of mine or gift it to somebody. So it's a free world and a free, you know, domain to whatever we want people to do with the artwork that I'm producing. And I haven't stopped. I'm still making artwork. And I'm still making artwork for Rockefeller Cigars, and I'm doing all kinds of like, commission artwork. So,
Of course.
but to me, the NFT world is, where it's at right now for me.
So about talking about dollars and cents, let me take a quick break. It is taking it to the nub, so I do need to give a shout out to the sponsors. So we know who sponsors the show. Today's show, as others, is brought to you by Platinum Nova Cigars. Platinum Nova Cigars is a family-owned and operated premium cigar company. Only the highest vintage tobacco, the most hand-skilled workmanship go into the making of each Platinum Nova cigar, resulting in a timeless blend of art and craftsmanship. The Nova brand and the family's work are a tribute and an honor to their grandfather, to always remember him and his infinite passion for the finest cigars. Their love for cigars started with their grandfather, a dedicated master blender and entrepreneur in the cigar industry. So the next time you're looking for an exquisite cigar experience, pick up a Platinum Nova. You can check them out at www.novacigar.com and on their Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. Today's show is also brought to you by Rodriguez Cigars of Key West. In 1947, the Rodriguez family began the masterful art of cultivating tobacco on their private plantation in the town of Suguane, Cuba. By 1952, their La Finca employed over 20 workers and grew over 120,000 pounds of tobacco annually. Of course, 8 years later, the Cuban government nationalized the private plantation, and the Rodriguez family was forced to immigrate to the United States. In 1971, they found a new beginning on the beautiful island of Key West, and in 1984, they established the Rodriguez Cigar Factory. It stands as the oldest cigar manufacturer in the Florida Keys, preserving the historical manufacturing industry that began in Key West in 1831. As the years pass, new generations of family members have expanded manufacturing operations to Nicaragua, and they are proud to be working with some of the finest tobacco in the world. You could check out Rodriguez Cigars Key West at www.rodriguezcigarskeywest.com, where you can actually buy their cigars there. And if you visit them, take the cigar tour. It's $15, and you will learn enormous things and be able to roll your own cigar.
Beautiful.
Talk about.
Get ready, because Drew Estate is back and better than ever, with a party so big that only the Lone Star State can contain it. Music, spirits, mouth-watering barbecue, cigars galore, and so much more. It'll be the most epic shindig there ever was. Barn Smoker presents Savage Feast, October 22nd at the South Fork Ranch, Dallas, Texas. Get your tickets now at barnsmoker.com.
Check it out, Barn Smoker. You can check out not only the Savage Feast, but also the Barn Smokers in Connecticut, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Florida. Today's show is also brought to you by Cigar Medics.
Before you light your next cigar, be sure to check out Cigar Medics, the makers of the patent-approved humidimeter. The humidimeter is a tool designed to display the relative humidity inside your cigar. With this device, there's no more guessing. Simply insert the probes into the foot or cap of your cigar, and you can instantly know if your cigar is ready to be smoked. Buy now on cigarmedics.com and see site for other cigar accessories. With the humidimeter, you'll know when to hold them and know when to smoke them.
It's a great device. I use it all the time, and it's like $39 or something like that. So you should have this if you have a nice collection of cigars. Today's show is also brought to you by the Cigar Clowns. The Cigar Clowns is a Facebook group that invites you to come along on the journey to find the perfect cigar. If you're lucky enough to get your hands on one of their limited releases, you know what's up. I know I do. If you haven't had one, stay tuned to their page. And when a run drops, they go quickly. In fact, the last run sold out in minutes and crashed the site. Okay. Good conversation, great people, and smoking cigars. So they want to welcome you, brothers and sisters of the Leaf, to share their journey and the same love of cigars that they do. And if you tune in on Tuesday nights, they actually have a taste test Tuesday where a panel of us, me included, go through and actually review candidates that might get a Cigar Clown band on it. We all vote, and if it's not spectacular, it's not getting a band. So every cigar that they have is absolutely special. So today's show, thank you very much. Without my sponsors, this show is always a little harder to do. Let's go back to Jessi. All right. See, this is spectacular. This is, like Quinton said, mind-blowing. Quinton, any more questions?
No, Jessi, my only question for you is, what took you so long?
Took me a while to do my research because it's going back to university, learning everything that's going on. Because I think this cryptocurrency has been out for a few years, and I heard John Drew speak about it, and another guys, cigar manufacturers messing around with it, But I'm a street kid. I've never been interested in, Wall Street or real estate or nothing like that. But with the changing times and trending things going around the world, and with the internet, I started looking about the possibilities of hey, shit, if a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old and a 22-year-old can do this stuff from their laptop, I was like, man, I could do it from my laptop, and I've been doing cigar designs for years. So I took the helm. I said, you know what, let me take this seatbelt off and just go with it. I want to do this correctly. So I pretty much took about 6 months to do my research, and probably into it took me about to make just those 3 eagles, probably a month for each one. So there's a lot of work detail to make each one. So when you see the artwork, you're going to be very appreciative. Like, let's say the folk art, I can do the folk art in a day, a few hours, because it's in the wrist of my hand. I already practiced it because I've been drawing it for years in walls and papers and sketches and stuff like that. So my collection, to me, has been like pounding in my head. I was like, okay, I want to do this the right way. If I'm going to do it, I want to do it with a very good collective sound mind, instead of like trying to rush into something and I didn't know what I was going to be doing and how to move money around. And that's why I got the ledger, because I wanted the ledger to like hold money. I was like, okay, if I start making money, I'm not going to hold it in a Nicaraguan bank, because in the 80s, what they did was they froze all the dollar accounts, and they devalued everything that was in possession in Nicaragua. So I'm trying to avoid anything like that. And I'm like, man, if something happens, I'm just going to jump on a plane with my family and take my little ledger, cryptocurrency ledger, and take my money and get out of Dodge. I don't have to worry about, going to the bank, and like, even the banks right now are having situations. If you send money to Western Union down here in Nicaragua, you get, I think it's 30% in dollars and the rest in Cordova. So people are actually getting robbed if you're sending money down here to Nicaragua. And the taxes that you pay here for conversion is very high. So I'm trying to avoid all of that. And I was like, okay, I got to do my research. This is the only way that I'm going to make it in the art, in the present art world, with this type of technical art, the crypto art. So I'm pretty glad to be here and exposing with you guys something that I've been working on for months. To be honest, it's been a like, my wife was looking at me. She's like, "How many hours are you putting in?" I was like, "I'm going to sleep around 2 or 3 in the morning." And I was just reading and reading and reading, constant reading, and actually going to Discord. I was like, I asked a friend of mine, I was like, "Yo, is Discord really important?" He's like, "Yeah, but if you're not a known artist, like, fuck that. Everybody knows me in the cigarette industry. It's going to be very easy for me to flip, the followers." I was like, "Hey guys, I need your help. Cigarette community, you guys want to make money too? Come on, let's go for the ride." It would be
how much time did you actually spend learning all about crypto, blockchain, NFTs, because that's a complicated subject. Most people are clueless about it. I have about that much, and I learned this much from you in our private conversations. And I'm still at this point a little confused, right? So, how much time did you spend? I mean, you must have like a master's degree in this by now.
Right now, about 6 months. Like I took a whole, like course, but I did my own research. I started looking at tutorials, following at Gary Vee and a bunch of other influencers online, and looking at what they're saying, what their ups and downs on cryptocurrency, and what's there's a lot of things going on, even with Ukraine, the war in Ukraine and Russia. There's a lot of cryptocurrency moving around. It's like they're not accepting dollars because the U.S. has blocked the Russians. So the Russians right now are open to cryptocurrencies and payments from around the world. So there's a whole different era moving around, and the devaluation of dollar might come or might go, but let's keep it real. The world is changing, and we have to adapt to it. As myself, as an artist, I'm adapting to it and have to progress my state of mind and mentality. I was like, I don't have to be in a gallery anymore. I could have a digital display on OpenSea or any, Rarible.com and display my artwork and just, market my own artwork and use the Cigar community to help me out to, expand, the world from it, because I would be I think I'm the only one in the cigar industry making cigar art that's crypto related.
Now, have you considered or have you learned about the metaverse in your journey? And if you have you considered setting up an art gallery, not like on OpenSea, but an art gallery in the metaverse where these things are hanging on a wall, right? And you can purchase, and maybe it's connected to a virtual cigar shop or something. So talk about how that plays out.
Okay. My friend Lori, I've known her for, I think, 18, 17 years. She owns Coffee Thompson Galleria in North Carolina. And we've been messing around with the idea of a metaverse art gallery. That way you walk into this art gallery in the metaverse, right next to Nike or Adidas and McDonald's in a whatever supermarket that you could, walk into and you can make your purchase. I don't know if you guys have seen how the metaverse is actually functioning. You put your goggles on, you go in a metaverse and you go online and you purchase the stuff that you want from the supermarket. And then it sends it to your home. Same thing with the art gallery that we've been talking about with Coffee and Thompson Galleria, making a virtual galleria and having on display other artists there and having my artwork there. And so you could just walk in there like, oh, this is new from my favorite artist. I'm going to purchase this and have it sent to me.
That's physical, but you can also buy the NFT stuff in these too, right?
Yep. Like if you look at the Cigar art on my page, there's probably like 9 or 10 paintings there. Those are original artworks that I painted years ago. So I sent it to her to have displayed on her galleria. So not only can you buy the physical, you could also buy the digital. So now that you have an NFT that you can make money out of, you could also own the physical artwork and you could have it in your home.
So like this one here?
Yeah, Correctamundo, Don Armando. Don Armando is a farmer. These are real people that I painted. These are real, human beings. Don Armando is a farm worker in Ocotal that I met years ago from Francisco Escorcia's farm that grows Habano and, all the cool stuff. So there's a history, to each painting, so now people can really appreciate it. And I was like, okay, I want this piece of art in my home. And I also want to have the physical. So that way now people can actually have it and treasure it for life.
Boston, I got a quick question for Jessi. If obviously I'm not as skilled as you with the paintbrush or the paint marker, all the beautiful tools that you use, but I happen to be pretty good with a camera lens. Could someone that takes pictures also set up a gallery like this?
Yes, very easy. Somebody reached out to me today and there's like, hey, I have a friend that was like, we want to do a photography session of sunsets and sunrises and beaches. I was like, yes, you could sell you could also sell music. So I spoke to a friend of mine. That's something that I'm going to put on my site the next 15 to 20 days. I'm going to put Nicaraguan hip hop music, and it's going to be available to purchase. Same thing with photography. You could put as many pictures as you want, and you could sell them as much as you want. And you could put it for auction, which is a way that you have a closed group and people are auctioning, like let's say 20 of your friends come on, you have 20 people interested in your art, your photography, and they start bidding on your photos. So the highest bidder takes the photo and you send the picture to that person. Now that NFT can be resold and that person will make money and make you money also.
Nice.
So that's your answer to your question.
And we can all I could set that up using the same platform that you're using the NFT.
Yep. And the only thing that you got to do is connect your digital wallet, which is the best one that's very solid is MetaMask. So the MetaMask digital currency wallet lets you transfer money, and then the site is only for you to display. So you have to connect the both have connected. So you'll have these questions that they'll ask you at MetaMask, like, hey, I want to do my MetaMask account. So you'll have these 12 different phrases that you got to write down secretly somewhere that nobody has access to. And that way, OpenSea or any other NFT site that you're using can connect to your crypto wallet. Now, the reason why I'm using OpenSea is because there's a format that's called Polygon. Polygon lets me post things on the site without paying gas fees. So the gas fees is like paying permission to present your artwork or your photography or your music. So I'm using Polygon, which is free, and I don't have to pay for anything through purchasing, through posting. But if there is a fee of somebody purchasing my artwork, there'll be a 2.5% of the total amount charged to what that purchase was. So like you can't sell something very cheap. It has to have a certain value. That way, if there is a purchase fee, you don't get, like, hey, there goes my purchase fee with the sell. You probably have to put a picture up there, $70, $80, $100. That way, if they charge you $25 for sale for the transaction, you still make $75 off your photography or your music or your digital artwork.
So they charge the owner the fee for transacting that purchase.
Yeah. And there's been a lot of people that have been very successful in this great market, which is very visible to people that are wanting to explore different ends to make a secondary or third income to their household, because it's very flourishing. It's just about marketing, research, and being very transparent. Because if you want to sell your artwork, you got to be very known in whatever industry that you're from. The graffiti artists are selling artwork on there. Like recently, one of the guys, a New York Bronx graffiti artist, passed away, Pier 1, yesterday, and his family started selling his artwork. They already covered the funeral with his NFT artwork that he had in his albums. And he just died yesterday. So it's all about marketing, and how many people that know you. So one influencer told me, is like, hey, what industry do you come from besides graffiti? I was like, oh, I'm from the cigar industry. And he was like, it's much easier for you because you're already in there. You already know the people, the genre, the people that are going to support you. You already have the support system. For another artist, it'll be more difficult. So if Quinton, you already have an abundance of friends and family that can, do the connections through their social media. I was like, hey, I'm working on this, and this is something I'm doing now. I want to, so my photography, and same thing goes for anybody that wants to, like, you could sell your recipes of how to make, your flan or your tres leches, and somebody might be interested in it. And I was like, hey, I want to buy that because I've never seen that before. Same thing as somebody that'll be in Dubai, and I was like, they're interested in cigars, but have never had access to cigar art before. So this is the perfect gateway bridge to unite, Nicaragua with the world.
Now, if I have a physical piece of art that I own,
Yeah.
one of a kind, I bought it years ago at a gallery, I own that piece of art. Can I take a photo of that and turn it into an NFT?
Yes, sir. Now, when you're doing the content creating, you specify there for the purchaser, there is a physical product that ties to the digital product, and then you can actually have more money because you just upgraded your value of your NFT. So now the person has two things. But remember, after you sell the physical, you won't make money on the physical. You'll just make money on the digital.
Right.
Because it'll just keep going and going and going. The blockchain records everything. You can't edit the blockchain. That's the coolest thing that, for me as an artist, I was like, whoa, that means nobody's going to scam me that, it got sold. So it's automatic. OpenSea will send you the confirmation that the artwork was sold 23 times. That means if I sold something for $300, make the math. I seen one kid, he put up
How much you get? So let's understand that. So that pyramid, and I'm gonna call it going up, right?
Mhm.
So you sell it for 300. Quinton bought it. Quinton sells it for 600, and I buy it.
You get 10%.
It's 10% to everybody in the chain
Yes, sir.
for whatever the sell was. So I get 10% of my 600, or he gets 10%. So you get 10% of the 300.
Mm-hmm. So let's say this artwork keeps going up all the way up to like 300,000. Every person that sold will get 10% every time it gets resold.
10% of 300,000.
Yeah, like let's say you sell something for, we sell it at 600, goes up to 300,000. You'll make money. Every person that sold will make a percentage of each time that it gets.
I'm trying to understand the percentage that, like, you, the originator, are you getting
10%, and I
10% of 300? Because that doesn't add, the math doesn't work on that.
Well, each time that it gets sold, 10% goes to you, 10% goes to Quinton, 10% goes to Bob, 10% goes to me.
But is it 10% on the value that the last person sold it at, or is it 10%? Because that math doesn't seem to work.
No, like every time that it keeps going up, it has to scale up. It's not going to go
So
down.
if there's 30 people
Yeah,
at scale between 300 and 300,000, right?
you get 10% of
10%,
the highest value.
so there's no money left.
Well, there's always money. There. It keeps
Who pays
selling.
the money? Who pays the 10%?
The blockchain, it's automatic.
No.
Because I put it
10% coming out of, no, who OpenSea is not paying the 10%. So who pays the 10%? Do I pay the 10%?
OpenSea automatically, because I put it that way. You could put 2%, you could put 5%, 10%. So if I sell it, you'll always have money coming back to you. You feel me?
See, that's the part I don't understand. That doesn't work in my head. I would, what I'm thinking, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, right? You sold it for 300, I bought it for 300. I sold it to Quinton for 600. You're going to get 10% of your 300 every time that art is sold. He sells it for 1,200. I'm going to get 10% on the 600 on that sale, not on the 1,200.
No. On your original sale, you always get that.
Hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah, I'm not.
So every time that you sell, you're always gonna make money. You're always gonna make money.
I get that. I'm just curious on where the percentage is fixed at what part of sale, because if you had sold it for $1 million, right? 10% of $1 million is 100,000. Only 10 people can. I mean, 10 people. I mean, the money the money is buried to the. I mean, I got $1 million from that sale, right? I'm not paying everybody commission down the line, right? Who's paying the commission?
OpenSea.
Well, there's no money left if they do that.
Well, there's a format that, let's say you purchase something for 600 and then it resells for higher. The person that sells it will get a percentage from it. You feel me?
So they hold back on my sale to pay the commission.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like you already made your sale. Now the next time another person makes a sale, he'll also be able to make money.
yeah, but is he paying me? I mean, do they hold back?
OpenSea automatically.
If Quinton sells that, I sold it to him for 600 and he sells it for 1,200. Does OpenSea hold back 10% to pay me and 10% to pay you? So he doesn't make 600 on that sale. He's only making 600 minus 120.
Correct. But it's still money.
Yeah, so gotta figure
You know,
that.
like usually as an artist, you know, if I make a painting and it's sold for $1,000, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the second person is going to do with that artwork. Is he going to resell it or sell it to an auction or sell it to a friend, or, you know, because, you know, artwork in California and Italy has different price ranges. So here comes another person that says, hey, I'm selling this artwork for $20,000, $12,000, whatever, but the artist never makes money.
Right. So this is the way they always get the money coming flowing. Allison Drana says, Jessi Flores, what is your entry level price of an NFT? So we talked about that earlier, but go through some of your pricing. You have varying prices.
Well, the varying prices are like going for 2 ETH, 3 ETH, which is equivalent to $600, $900. And then the highest ones that are like 10 ETH is like $33,000. That's for like serious collectors, people that are out there, you know, ballers and people that, you know, I did things in a different level instead of like making everything one single swoosh of the same price, because I want to make a different entry for everybody. And I'm going to keep making artwork, so it's going to be something more expandable. It's not just, you know, the 54 designs that I have there active right now. So you'll see stuff that I'm going to make that will probably be $300, $600, $900, $2,000, $4,000. So it's a vary, you know, and that's the cool thing that I'm really liking it, because in a format that it's going to be available to everybody out there.
All right. Very good.
It's different, you know, salaries.
So we're beyond the hour, so let me just reel it back for those that are watching or might have tuned in late. So if you're interested in any of Jessi's NFTs, you can go to opensea.io/dripacademy.com, or one word there.
Drip art.
Drip Art Academy. Okay, so you can go to this site. I'll have an article up on this once I push it out in the YouTube channel. I'll explain more on it with that, so you can watch for that article. You can come through here to answer Allison's question. If you look at this particular one, these are the very high-end artwork pieces. Okay, these are the Meta Guardians, as Jessi explained. This particular one is 10 Ethereum. and 10 Ethereum is equivalent today at today's price. This number changes based on the current value of Ethereum. So if Ethereum goes up or down, it's going to go up or down with that. This is at $32,800. If you go to some of his other artwork, this particular one is 0.3 Ethereum, which is 988. And then there are ones that are on the bottom here, just as an example. These do not have prices set on them. So you make an offer. And when you look at this site, what'll happen is you'll notice with a number down here, there are 10 copies up for sale. So these 10 copies, and that's it. There's no more than 10. You don't add more after this, do you?
No.
So that's it. That's the inventory of these. This one's got 50. So you can make an offer on that. And to do such, either to buy or make an offer, you would make an offer and you have to connect your crypto wallet to that. So whatever crypto wallet you have, I use Coinbase. I come in, go to Coinbase wallet and make an offer. If Jessi accepts it, he will transfer that money into his wallet and will email me through a secure email, my NFT. So that's how that all works. Jessi, this has been amazing. Quinton, comments?
Jessi, I do have one question for you. Who is your favorite hip hop artist that you're listening to right now? And are we going to get an NFT art of this artist?
That'd be great. Oh man, there's so many out there. Biggie is one of them. Biggie Smalls is one of my all-time favorite artists. Sadly, he was taken away. Big L is one of my other artists that I really dig. And you won't believe it, but I really like Method Man from Wu-Tang.
So some NFT art coming from you, maybe some sketches, some art of Biggie, Method Man, Big L.
I forgot to mention, but Nasir Jones, that's the lyrical lyricist. He knows very much what he's doing. You know, he's taking his hobby and turning it into $1 billion, I would say, a conglomerate, because he's been doing, wine. He's been into cheese. He's been to right now. He just launched Cigars Cigars here in Nicaragua. So he's making some moves in different ways in the world. He's not just doing hip hop. He's doing his thing. And I actually send the curriculum to Escobar Cigars, like, yo, you guys want me to do your marketing? But I didn't hear a response from them.
They listen. If you got a hold of one of those boxes or any of their art, you would take them to a whole nother level, brother.
True. No, I spoke with their marketing team and I let them know. I was like, yo, I used to work for Drew State. I'd be honored to work with you guys. So one of those cats is doing a lot of production and traveling down here that represents Nasir Jones. But Nas is one of my all-time favorite rappers. And from the movie Belly, I watched Belly probably like me and Jonathan Drew have been watching Belly for years. So it's like one of our top favorite movies out, gangster movies, up there with Goodfellas.
Nice. Now, I would say if you were able to spin out a piece of art within the next 48 hours while it's still hot, I would create a piece of art in Jessi Flores style of Will Smith in Men in Black holding the gizmo and have it say, "What you saw was great love between me and Chris Rock." Boom. Flash. There it is. Just
erase everybody that was watching.
Just everybody's watching it. What you saw was great love. Boom. And just you got 48 hours to jump on it, do it. I give it to you, that idea. See what happens.
Thanks, brother.
All right, that's our show tonight. Jessi, it has been a pleasure. I really appreciate it.
Honored.
This is a Stogie Press exclusive. We will have an article out on this, along with the video. I will be post-producing this video over the weekend, so this thing will be out. So anybody that wants to see it again and want more information, we'll have more info on it in there. Saturday, so this is a special show. Saturday, we do have a Take It to the Nub show. Take It to the Nub show on Saturday, we're featuring Bocock Brothers, the Bocock Cigar Company, based out of Honduras. You want to tune into that. They have some great craft. I've been smoking some of their stuff. So we'll be talking about Bocock cigars on Saturday. So with that, Quinton, thank you. As always, asking the hard questions. Jessi, you answered everything very well. I think we had a lot of viewers coming in today. So there's a lot of people interested in this. I hope we can move the needle a little bit and a little more once we continue to press this. Don't forget, get out there and like I Am Jessi Flores. Follow him on Twitter. It'll help this a lot. Check out his site. If you got a crypto account, hey, make an offer on one of the, even if you can't afford $32,000, go make an offer on one of the other ones with your crypto account, just to own it and help the guy out. I mean, it'll help him. It'll help. I know it'll help his daughter, Stephanie, because that's behind the scenes is happening anyway. So
Yes, sir.
with that, thank you, Jessi. Thank you, everybody, for watching and all the sponsors. Jessi, I'll give you the last word.
Thanks for everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed some cryptocurrency information about what I'm doing, and welcome to a new bold world. Check me out on Instagram. I am Jessi Flores on Twitter. I am Jessi Flores, and also follow the Twitter account for Drip Art Academy, and check out what I've been doing these last few months. And I hope you guys really enjoy what I've been doing. And long ashes.
There you go. All right. That's the show. This is Boss and Jimmie out. Stogie Press. Peace. Have a great Thursday night.